let's have a cup of tea.
So as you can tell by the title of the video, I've replaced the MX-5 with something a little bit more powerful, and that thing is a Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG edition 125, and it's terrifying.
So the main reason that I bought this car was because of its engine and powertrain. I like small cars, but I also like big engines. So I had to think, and I thought, what's the smallest car that I can buy with the biggest engine in it? And yeah, I came up with this. So this is an M156, the unit is called. It's used in a lot of Mercedes products, or was used in a lot of Mercedes products. And it's a 6.2 litre naturally aspirated V8. So it's 3 times the capacity of the Mazda, and quite a bit more powerful. I am going to do an engine video on this where I just talk about the M156, and it's a pretty cool engine actually. It's simple, but at the same time very well engineered. Let's have a quick look at how little space there is in the engine bay. So you have to excuse the dirty engine bay. I asked them specifically not to clean it because dealers will clean an engine bay which hides oil leaks, and I actually did find one with an oil leak. So this is a nice dirty engine bay. As you can see, there's not a lot of room in here. The block is huge. Obviously it's got 8 cylinders in it, in a V shape, and yeah, there's really not a lot of room. Radiator, tiny bit of space there, massive engine, which gets very hot very quickly. Yeah, whole video coming on this bad boy. It's got its little badge to show that it's been assembled by some bloke. I think his name's Clive. Yeah, Clive Camber. Thanks for building my car, mate. So it's got a little LED running light and bi-xenons as well. This car is also fitted with power headlight washers, which I've never really understood because they need like a little wiper on them. Old Volvos used to have them, but not the Mercedes. It's got little LED running lights which don't like cameras because the refresh rate of the LED is like the same as the shutter speed of the camera, so you'll see those looking weird in a lot of my videos. Someone has wrapped this front lip in this carbon fibre effect, and it's horrible, so that's coming off straight away. This car is also fitted with front and rear parking sensors, so front ones are here, as you can see. They make annoying beepy noises when you're trying to go through tight spaces. That's pretty annoying. This is fitted with, and this is what I wanted with this car, I was really keen on having these wheels, which are the AMG 19-inch wheels. Love the tyres on this. The dealer put 4 new tyres on it for me. These are Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, so the granddaddy of the tyres. The only one above that in my opinion is the Pilot Sport Coupe 2. I've not driven this car in the wet. Drove here in the dry, it's rained, so literally when I leave will be the first ever time that I've driven it in the wet. I love the shiny little rim that goes around this detail here. It sort of matches all the chrome on the car. Absolutely love it. Fronts are 235 35 R19s, and the rears are 255 30 R19s. So there's some big meats on this thing. A lot of you will know that it has a 6.3 badge on it, which is a complete lie. That's from the W111 legacy models. It's a 6.2 litre. It's a bit annoying how they do that because it's not strictly true. The previous owner of this car has stuck on a limited edition badge. So like I said in the intro, this is an edition 125, which means you get a couple of options as standard. And they stuck a nice little edition 125 badge on it. So I quite like it really, just needs a clean. Coupe models have full glass panoramic sunroof, so this section is a sunroof that moves all the way back, and we'll look at that in a bit more detail in another video. The discs are massive, the calipers are massive. Yeah, probably quite expensive when you have to change those, so not going to use the brakes on this car ever. Really like this kind of aerial shark fin type thing here. I think it looks quite good. Much better than the wiggly one that I had on the Mazda. From factory, this little wing spoiler thing that does nothing aerodynamically is white, but someone has wrapped this one in carbon fibre, and you can buy carbon fibre ones of these. The performance package version of this car came with a carbon fibre version. This isn't real carbon fibre, which is slightly, I don't know, I might change it. Obviously, moving down to the rear, we've got an aesthetic diffuser. As far as I'm aware, this does nothing because the floor underneath the car is not flat. So in order to have a diffuser that works, you need a flat floor, and then the Venturis inside the diffuser suck the air out and it sets the car to the ground. But as far as I'm aware, this is a totally aesthetic only one. Someone has changed it for a carbon fibre one, so this is real carbon fibre, but the lacquer on it is starting to come off, so I'll cover that in another video. I have actually already ordered a new one of these to replace this one, which I'll obviously film changing it. Being the Coupe, the 3-door, the doors are quite vast. It still fits in my garage though, and that's the main thing. Edition 125s, I don't think they all come with the illuminated sill, but this one does have the illuminated sills on it, which I didn't think I'd like, but they're really nice. So yeah, it's got cream leather two-tone seats and cream interior, which when I was looking at buying them, I really liked. So I was like, yeah, it's got to have the cream two-tone, which I think is quite a good design, because obviously the problem with cream seats is that the blue off your jeans or the black off your jeans tends to stain the seats. But with these two-tone ones, you have a section of black and a section of cream, and the black bit is where you park your tushy, so that obviously doesn't get stained, which is quite a nice design when you think about it. It's a really, really nice place to be. This one has the Harman Kardon sound system, it's got the updated dash, so it's all the newest tech that it could be of 2012. So they stopped producing this car in 2014, but it had this same interior in it. Okay, so like I said, there's loads to come on this car. To be honest, this is the third time I've ever driven it. So I'm learning it as you see it, really, and I think that's quite cool about this journey that we're going to go on together if you subscribe, is that as I learn about this car, you'll also learn about it. I'm kind of enjoying driving it everywhere in comfort. I'm just getting used to how it feels. The steering wheel feels amazing. It's quite a chunky wheel. The windscreen wipers I'm not used to yet. They're weird. They're like, I think they're, I don't know. They might be automatic. If they are automatic, then they don't do a very good job. If they're not automatic, then I still don't know how to use them. It's got paddles, which I haven't used yet, in all honesty. It has got launch control, like I mentioned earlier. Probably not going to use that anytime soon. From a driving experience, it's totally different to the MX-5. I can't put into words how different it is. It feels like a big car when you're in it. This car is slightly narrower than my Golf, but you sit inside it. Everything is high up. Like the sills, the window sills are high up. The engine is high up. All you can see is these two massive bulges in the bonnet. It feels like a big car to me, and it feels like that when you're driving it as well. Everything's a lot heavier. The steering wheel's heavy, the brake pedal's kind of heavy, but it's very smooth and nice. And it wheel spins quite a lot. I mentioned it earlier, the panoramic sunroof is really cool. You can see it's all glass. It has this electric blind on it as well, which does this, which is cool. And then the roof opens fully all the way, which is nice as well. But for filming, we're going to open it and let as much light in as possible. So it's got a screen here which is kind of outdated, so this is a 2012 model car. So you can get an Apple CarPlay mod on this car. If that's something that you'd like to see me do, let me know, because I kind of like Apple CarPlay. I also like how original it is though, so I'm undecided on that. But it does have like a navigation system and maps, and it tells you the speed, which is nice, because I can imagine that it's quite easy to go over that quite a lot. But yeah, it's a lot more luxurious than the car that it replaces. But also a totally different experience, which is what I was after. And the indicator stalk is weird. It's all the way down here, which is actually, when you think about it, really useful. But at your first, when you try and use it, it feels like it should be up here, like on like every other car in the world. Okay, so like I said, it's just a quick, brief introduction of this car, and I'll go into a lot more detail about why I chose this car, or the spec and what I was looking for. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to see those. Also follow me on Instagram, because now that the secret's out, I will post a lot more on my story about this car. And yeah, there's good things to come, there's good journeys to come, and this thing is, for me, is next level. It's completely different, which is exactly what I was after. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Just in case anyone thinks YouTube is easy, it's like 6 degrees and it's raining, and Ollie is lying in a bush taking pictures.